Welcome back to Banfield. There is a brand new documentary about Janet Jackson premiering tomorrow on Lifetime and A&E, and it pulls no punches. Jackson herself discusses growing up with her overbearing father, her struggles with weight, and that infamous Super Bowl moment that changed the trajectory of her career. The man who designed that infamous outfit is Jackson's longtime friend and stylist, Wayne Scot Lukas, and he joins me live now. Wayne, I have been dying to talk to you, like for 20 years. So I'm so excited you're here tonight.
Really? That long?
Well, it's been almost that long since that thing happened at Super Bowl. So yeah, it's been a long time. I've been wanting to ask so many questions. The first thing I want to ask you about, though, is I didn't know that you'd spent like 30 years working with Janet Jackson. That's like a lifetime, 3 decades together. What is the most surprising thing, do you think, the world is about to learn about Janet?
I think you're going to learn, I know you're going to learn that the best parts of Janet are the secret parts. The best parts of Janet are the parts that I know, the human parts. The best parts of Janet are the hidden parts. And in this documentary, she really shows you the personal stuff. She shows you the emotion. She shows you her sadness and her happiness. And those really are the most real parts that people don't ever really see. Fans think they see it. They never see it. They're going to see it this weekend.
And the Jacksons were so private, I mean, they were on display just all the time. So they were as private as they could be when they could be. But Janet's becoming very transparent in this documentary, talking about a running theme in her life. And it seems to be abuse, either her father or the men that she loved. And that's pretty sad. Tell me a little bit about what she says about the men in her world.
Ashleigh, I feel it's heartbreaking because she left her father because of control. She had to get away from her father. She went right to a man, DeBarge, who had control and then did huge amounts of drugs. She got away from him. She went to this wonderful creative guy, Renee, who controlled her life and then went off the deep end with allegedly drugs. Great guy, great talent, still working. And then she went to the next guy and there was drugs and there was abuse and control. And I just wish my friend would choose better. I think Renee was the most special relationship out of all of them because he really helped change her career. But other than that, it's been abuse and control, abuse and control, abuse and control. And many of us, many people watching have suffered like this themselves. And if you can succeed, even without money, you can get out of these bad relationships. You can get out of these bad things. You don't have to stay in them. And I think Janet has finally learned that. I mean, it breaks my heart because with a celebrity, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt. With a celebrity, you have to allow them to do what they want because you're working with them. But as her friend, you have to say on the side, that didn't feel good. And this doesn't feel good. And you're much better than this,
So it's such a fascinating, dynamic to see someone so successful and so powerful. I mean, she runs an industry. The Janet Jackson brand is no small feat, It's shocking to see that she allies herself with men that just sequentially, control her. It's kind of surprising. What about the last one, the Wasim Almana, the guy from Qatar? There's so many rumors about that marriage, having a baby at 50 and then divorcing, and then the rumor that she got $500 million in the divorce. Is any of it true?
I heard she got $500 million if she stayed for 5 years, and I heard she stayed for 5 years and 3 months and wanted to leave. But he's very powerful where he lives. I think there was a different settlement, and they're going through some divorce right now. But you know what? It's another person controlling this great woman, and she has so much power and so much greatness as a person herself. I don't know why she allows it to happen. I wasn't around during this last relationship because I wasn't comfortable. But the baby, I mean, that's the gift. This kid is amazing. And she's an amazing mother, and nobody has seen that yet because she's kept that really private. I mean, it's a pleasure to see Janet doing a bottle. She folds the clothes. She does the diapers. She packs for the kid on trips. She doesn't make a nanny do it. Sometimes the nanny's not even there. And I love that part of my friend. So that's been the best part of that relationship, right?
Did she talk a lot about not having a child in her life in the years leading up to turning 50?
Yeah, Janet didn't have the secret baby that they all talk about because I was around for years, and Rebe didn't raise the secret baby, and there wasn't a secret baby. But, you know, Janet's career was her child, and then Janet had to heal. You know, she did a lot of years of healing, and in this last relationship, I feel that she healed out of that relationship, and the baby was the gift. Because of all the years, we didn't talk about her having kids. We talked about her loving her nieces and nephews. She's got a lot of them. We talked about her loving my nieces and nephews. There's a lot of magic there, and she has a lot to give to a kid, so there's going to be a big change in her life, and there has been a big change. She didn't need to do this. I keep saying, why did you do this? The baby is the gift. Like, just chill. She's like, no, Lucas, I have to tell my story. So, you know, I support her in whatever she does because she's been a good friend.
One quick question
If that
about
makes sense.
her weight.
We have a delay,
does,
so I don't want to pause on you, but I get the
No,
delay.
no,
Sorry.
no worries. One quick question, and I want to get to break, but not before I ask you about her weight. So much has been rumored about Janet, you know, struggling with her weight, and she's going to really open up in the documentary. What do you know? Because you're her stylist. If anybody knows about people like us and how much we gain or lose or struggle, it's you.
You know, sometimes Janet was 5'1" or 5'2" in a size 28 dress. I mean, the size of her body went from that to a 000 skinny. So we rolled with it all the time, but I love that. That was a good joke. Rolled with it. We rolled with it all the time. But the best part about it was that, you know, she would cry, and there were times like I dressed her for David Letterman. I told some people, and, you know, she came off at 000, but she looked in the mirror and she said, I don't like my body, Lucas. And then the tears started to roll. So there was a lot of hugging and a lot of love. And there's a little bit of dysmorphia there because at her skinniest, like, you couldn't get any skinnier, to the point that she got actually like a flu. It was terrible during the MTV Icon. She still didn't think she was thin enough. And that at her heaviest, she was so happy because she was with Jermaine Dupri, and Jermaine Dupri loved her heavy. She'd say, Lucas, he grabs my hips, he grabs my love handles, he grabs my butt, and he tells me he loves me. And I thought this is great for her, but she felt like, it's a little uncomfortable, but I'm learning to love my body in every shape and size. So for 30 years, I've seen her every shape and size, I've dressed her every shape and size, and I've loved her every shape and size, if that makes sense.
Amazing. It does. I don't want you to go anywhere. When we come back after the break.
The heart stays the same.
Go ahead.
Anybody in the audience, when you're this big or this big, it's that same magic heart that never changes. Don't forget that.
Okay, so after the break, I also want to ask you about the infamous Super Bowl incident and a little bit about her working
I guess
with her
I'm leaving now.
too.
I'm not doing any more.
No, you can't go anywhere. When we come back after the break, more with Lucas. Don't go anywhere.
What was your opening piece? I just want to write yours down.
So I'm tired of injustice. I'm tired of the scheme. Your lies are disgusting. So what does it mean?
Okay, wait, let me write
When
this
kicking me down,
When kicking me down,
I got to get up.
I got to get up.
As bad as it sounds,
As bad as it sounds,
the whole system.
What was this? The whole system is F. The whole system.
Mother's gonna love us at this song. I told you not to do this, Janet. You insisted. You tied my hands behind my back. I did not want to do a song like this.
Okay, what else did you put?
Okay, you heard the beep, right? What they were doing, Michael and Janet, was they were collaborating on the song Scream, which was back in 1995. And when they got to that part, the whole thing was about like going after the media, right? Because the media had gone after Michael and his allegations of sex abuse. And so this was a thing they wrote together, a song they wrote together to chronicle that. And Michael picked the F word, you know, the whole system effed. And Janet was like, we can't say that. So they changed it to, it rhymes, but they changed it to the whole system sucked. So you can imagine what it was supposed to say. I love that moment because you rarely get to see, you know, artists of that magnitude, yes, brother and sister, but, you know, collaborating like that. And it's hard not to think about the Super Bowl when you think about Janet Jackson, right? Because of that whole, the wardrobe malfunction, the thing that, you know, showed and everyone went nuts about it. The stylist who worked on that show and designed Janet's infamous outfit is with me, Wayne Scot Lukas. So, okay, Wayne, you know, it's almost 20 years and we still don't know the answer. Was this an accident?
I want to say the Michael Jackson
word. Was it a
word.
malfunction?
I want to say the word.
Was it? You can't say the word.
Can I
You
say
just
the
have to
word?
tell me what the true story was behind the fabric and the wardrobe malfunction and the whole thing. What was the real story?
Well, the real story is it was the most functioning wardrobe I've ever done. You know, I get paid a lot of money for years and years to be a stylist, and I get hired. I'm a work for hire. I do my job. I make things succeed. I'm going to let Janet tell her story about the wardrobe malfunction. I don't know what she's going to speak about, but I call it the most functioning wardrobe in history. And I did what I was supposed to do. I did my job. I do think that MTV and the producers were supposed to cut to the lights sooner. It was supposed to go black and then have fireworks. There's a whole mess around this that I haven't brought up yet. And I have a book coming out. I have an NFT coming out about this. But there's too many secrets about it of people responsible that you can't place the blame anywhere. I did what I was hired to do. I still love the outfit to this day. It's hidden away in a vault somewhere. You can't even find it. But you know what? It was the most functioning wardrobe in history. And I'm going to leave Janet to tell her story. I heard Justin's coming back on the show Sunday night, and that's why they're not showing that clip to any news things. That's a huge moment to have Justin and Janet back. And Jermaine Dupri, Janet's ex-boyfriend, is going to be producing Justin's new songs. What's going on in the world? You got to help me
Wayne,
with
this was no
stuff.
mistake. What you're saying is it was no mistake.
I'm saying from my end, there was no mistakes. I don't make mistakes as a stylist. I've never made a mistake. And I worked with Janet for 6 years after the Super Bowl. So if I had done something wrong, wouldn't I have been fired? You know, if I had ruined a career or I had ruined something.
For full frontal nudity like that?
I wouldn't say the producers did it, but I would say Miley Cyrus just had a wardrobe malfunction, and they immediately cut away to the band, and they cut away to backstage, and they took the camera off Miley. Janet had a wardrobe malfunction, and they kept the camera on Janet the whole time. They didn't cut away. They could have cut away, and there was a 5-second delay at the Super Bowl in the NFL. That's a lie. And you always shoot the Super Bowl halftime show twice. So they had two
just in
films.
Case.
So
that they could
just
cut
in
to it
case
if
the
they,
satellite
if
goes
they
down.
needed it.
So when
You're going to
the
have to
breast
come
popped
back.
out,
I have
they
so
could
many more
cut
questions for
immediately
you.
To
Wow. But you know what? I've got Tinkerbell.
I don't know why
coming
no
up
one's
next
telling
too,
the
so-
truth about it. I mean, what's the big deal at this point? It was a terrible deal afterward. The fallout really ruined a lot of our
Will you
careers.
come back?
I mean, we suffered.
Will you come back to have a
wasn't-
longer conversation with me about it?
Let's see what Janet says tomorrow night, Sunday night.
Okay.
If Janet Saturday night doesn't tell the complete truth, I'm back here. And I'll tell you all.
Okay, well,
of
I'm going to call you
How's that?
anyway. I'm going to call you anyway. Wayne Scott
I
Lukas,
love you.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.